The Selvage Jeans Sewing Tutorial. This is the slow version, part 5. Join front to back. Look for the link to the fast version. So we completed the back in part 4. And the front was completed in part 3. Check the links to all episodes. You will also find all the episodes in one place on angelakane.com/sewing-jeans. We will sew the inside seam first, as this is the seam to be top stitched. This seam is more often than not stitched with a felled seam, but this denim is just too thick. A step too far on a domestic sewing machine, even for a Benina. Pin matching the seam, not the top stitching. I purposely have the seams pressed in opposite directions to reduce the layers. Match the notches. There will be a little easing in the seam along the thigh. So pin all the way along. Again, take your time stitching over the thick layers. Then neaten the seam. With the seam pressed towards the front, stitch the first row of top stitching. Followed by the second row. I probably should have used my stitch compensation tool here. You can see where I have offset the top stitching here. The seam lines are lined up, only the top stitching is offset. This is just one trick to help you deal with the thickness of this denim. Now for the side seams. So turning over, pin the side seam together. We will be clipping into the seam of just the fronts here. Above the seam allowance will be pressed towards the back, and below the seam allowances will be pressed open. Pin the seam, matching notches. And stitch. So measure down about an inch, 2.5 centimetres below the pocket. You only actually have to clip the front seam allowance. We'll neaten the seam above and press it open below. The seam here is pressed towards the back. And below, the selvage edge will be on show when the cuff is turned up. To finish the outside seam, we top stitch to just below the pockets and back up again. The top stitching strengthens this area in particular. Stitch the first row close to the fold. Turn and back up to the top. More bumps to get over with the stitch compensation tool. Backs and fronts are joined and looking good. We are ready to attach the waistband. That is next in part 6. See the links to all the episodes. If you haven't already done so, check out the pattern. You will find it at angelakane.com/sewing-jeans. Thank you for watching this extended tutorial for sewing selvage jeans.